MTGandME, this is Charles. We're going to take another shot at this Omniscience Draft. Alright. Let's go. Yep. So Omniscience, we're going to be drafting these decks basically from Dominaria. But the key is you're only going to play 3 land hands, and then you're going to basically get to cast all your spells for free. So you get really rewarded by finding ways to recur spells or creatures, bring them back from the battlefield. Also spells with kicker can be pretty solid. So we're going to start off with this Josu Vest because I feel... Okay, interestingly, that kicker's a little bit hard. You get 1 color of each mana basically every turn. So in order to successfully Josu Vest, I'm actually going to need some other source of mana. That being said, it's a 4 or 5 minutes, so it's not the worst card. We'll take it anyway. Alright, so our second one we're looking at Cloud Reader Sphinx. Feral Abomination's pretty good. First Eruption, I don't think so. Thorn Elemental, just a big fat beater. We can kicker a Grun. Grun's huge. Halar. Whenever you cast a spell, if that spell was kicked, put a counter on it, and then it deals damage. Oh, I like that. I can build around that. Okay, so one of the things that's nice in the format is cards like this, like Weight of Memory that draws you a bunch of cards and mills you, sets you up for your ability to recur things. Also Final Parting. You put one of your cards in your graveyard that you'll likely be able to bring back, hopefully with a Soul Salvage, but you also get the exact card you need. And it's free to cost, so it's basically just a free card replacement. So I'm going to take Final Parting because I've had it used successfully against me multiple times. This one's not quite as good. Flame of Keld though, a well-timed Flame of Keld's going to draw you a couple cards, so that's card advantage. So that's probably good. Syncopate, not the greatest, but another Thorn Elemental we'll take. It's a Radiant Lightning, Soul Salvage. It's going to be Soul Salvage. So Soul Salvage is that example I was talking about. It really gives you that card advantage off of it. Because if you have to bin or graveyard things off Final Parting or other effects, like your self-mill, you can bring those creatures back, and that's virtual card advantage. Divest is tricky because you're going to cause your opponent to discard a card, but then you're also going to end up you know, like feeding their recursion if they're doing the same thing. I'll take Arcane Flight because something flying might be better. Befuddle's interesting. Feral Abomination's good too. I've seen Befuddle played relatively successfully because you can slow down an opponent or trade favorably against it, and it also replaces itself. So we'll take a Befuddle. And nice, second Soul Salvage. I'd also like this Windgrace Acolyte, but I'll take the Soul Salvage. Counter target non-creature Seismic Shift. I took this last time. Garbage, don't play it. So it's either going to be an Unwind or Llanowar. I feel like Llanowar is probably better. And Gaia's Protector. And Drudge Center. Not as bad as I thought. Okay, so pack 2. We have Sylvan Awakening, which is garbage because it makes your lands creatures. We've got Krosan Druid, which is going to gain you 10 life. That's relevant. We've got Arona here. Nature's Spiral. That's good too. It brings back something. Divination not only replaces itself, but draws a second card. So I think it's between Krosan Druid and Divination. Krosan Druid's going to give you a little bit of a land buffer, or a life buffer, but I think Divination is strictly better for the card draw. Shalai is good. Urgaros is good too. That's interesting. I think in the format as it is, Urgaros might be better than Shalai, but it's close. I think I'll take Shalai. Shalai gives, you know, that hexproof. Okay, so Calgo Skin Witch is really good in the early game if you can capitalize on it. This is good because you can bounce your opponent's creatures. Sergeant at Arms good because you can kicker it. I like Torgar because Torgar on turn 1 can make my opponent's life total 10. We're going to take Torgar. Baird makes it expensive for your opponent to attack. I like that, I'll take that. We have Sentinel of the Pearl Trident. We flash and exile. It has to be a historic, which is less valuable. So now the question is it Halar, second copy of Halar, or is it Drudge Sentinel? I'm not sure. It might be Sentinel. I mean, it's a May ability, so we could half their starting life total. I suppose you could always flash in Sentinel, bounce Torgar back if you need to gain life. I guess we'll take Sentinel. Alright, so out of this, it looks like probably Dark Bargain is going to be best, because you draw 2, mill 1 basically. Another copy of Soul Salvage is good, although the Turtle was alright too. Wizard Retort, probably not. Discard a historic card, no. I'll take the Knights. 2 1/1 Knights is probably fine. Another copy of Flambekel, not bad. Let's see. Demonic Figure, I suppose it's not the worst. It does effectively give you card advantage because you bring them back. Deathbloom Salad is just going to make an extra blocker, but it's not actually really helping you progress. I'll play Demonic Figure, and we'll take the big fatty or Primordial Worm. Excavation Elephant. Not likely to kicker that. Destroy target artifact or enchantment. I feel like this is a weak card, but I'll take Evoke. Ugh, Rat Colony. These are both filler. And Fervent Strike. Probably filler. The thing is, you can't really side a lot of things out here, so you only have like a couple of side slots. That being said, Zahid, that's the bomb out of this pack, although Get 2 Chronicler is solid. I'm going to take Zahid. I'm hoping Chroniclers are going to wheel back to us. So we got a Deep Freeze or a Divination. Wild Onslaught makes all your creatures bigger, but I think... Oh, Divination or Windgrace. We'll take Windgrace. You get a body and we can mill some stuff. Another copy of Josu. Homered Explorer. Caligo's gonna strip your opponent. I don't have a Caligar yet. I also don't have a Homerid. How many Soul Salvage do we have? 3 copies of Soul Salvage. Interesting. You can also exile and then you can cast. Interesting. So the question is it Josu is a 4/5 menace? Because ultimately damage is what's got to finish the game for you. Or is it Run Amok to give trample? Or is it a little more hand disruption? I'm going to take the Run Amok. Slimefoot. That's interesting. I can make 1 Saproling in turn. There's another Soul Salvage here, though. We'll give Slimefoot a try. Sure, why not? Final Parting. Out of all the things here, it's Yargle or Final Parting? Final Parting. Is that second copy? Yeah. 2 copies. And I guess we're rewarded by a Yargle. I'll take a Yargle. Although, Thallid Omnivore is good too. No, we'll just take Yargle. Dummy. Alright, so now it's between Slim Voda and Dark Bargain. Mirari Conjectures, also probably not the worst. Feral Abomination. Actually, this is a pretty good pack overall. I like the big fatties. And honestly, like, Slim Voda is the biggest fatty of them all. He's an 8/8. You throw on a Run Amok on something like that, and all of a sudden he's an 11/11 trample. He's going to beat everything. But that Dark Bargain is kind of tempting. Alright, we'll take Slim Voda. What do we got here? I'm thinking it's either a Rescue or a Caligo Skin Witch. I like I said, the turn 1 Caligo. I suppose Sergeant at Arms isn't the worst either. A couple of creatures. I don't think Triumph does enough. I think Rescue is much more narrow than it looks because you're double echo triggers. So we'll take a Caligo Skin Witch. I'll take a Call to Cavalry. I can bounce those back with my creatures, the things I don't have. So now we take a Deep Freeze or a Sergeant at Arms or another Demonic Figure. We'll take Deep Freeze and some removal. Another copy of Caligo, but I'll take a Humrid Explorer. I want to have some more self-mill. And a Soul Salvage to be able to recur some stuff. Divest, I guess. And a Knight. Oh, I got some rares I already have. Alright, so we're at 40 cards. Fervent Strike. That gives haste. There's something worse in here. I think Divest is actually fine in the main board. Alright, so we're going to run it as is. It's such a weird format. I bet you it actually is a very skill-intensive format despite the elements of randomness. Played against some of the decks where people were just able to loop recursions and essentially tutoring up the cards they had. Like, this isn't a great starter, but it's creature, creature, creature. We can dump them on the board. Okay, opponent goes first. If they Caligo skin ninja me, oh, it'd be brutal. I'll say hello to the opponent. Hi, Thorn Elemental. Yep, Lava Runner. And play a Baird. You gonna counter it? You kept that card back for a reason. Nope, resolves. Alright, let's go Llanowar Envoy. Primordial Worm. And then we'll Demonic Vigor that Primordial Worm so we can bounce it back. Unless opponent's gonna do something. Nope. Alright, well, even if they attack with that Thorn Elemental, we're gonna take 7 damage regardless on their turn, so. Opponent draws for turn. They are going to play a Serra Disciple. Interesting card. Nothing to stop flyers right now, so. Opponent's thinking. And going to attack with that Thorn Elemental. Alright. Did they commit to the attack? Do they realize they can activate their emblem for the mana necessary to attack? Yes, there we go. Alright, so I'm going to go ahead and block. I mean, I'm going to take 7 either way. Or am I? I suppose they could just kill my Primordial Worm and then come back. Oh, and that's what they chose to do. Right on. I wonder if they have a way to get theirs back right away. Alright. Well, let's Dark Bargain to start. We're going to take 2 damage off this, but that's okay. Put 2 of them in your hand. So we'll put... And... let's Thorn Elemental... and Flame into hand. That in the graveyard. Primordial Worm. We'll go ahead and attack Baird and Llanowar. Well, I do like the idea of the attacks, but let's see if they're going to block or they have something going on here. Double block? Right on. Okay. Then we'll throw the Thorn Elemental, see if that goes through, resolves. And we'll Flame of Kel, discarding the remainder of our hand and drawing 2 cards. So next turn I'm actually going to draw 3. These games can turn really quick, but it feels pretty good. So 14, 16. I don't have lethal on the board. 16 with no creatures, but it's close. Oh yeah, interesting. Precog. Look at the top card. You can cast it. Interesting. Interesting indeed. To exile the top card. What was that? Oh, Sergeant at Arms. Alright. Well, I feel pretty good. Opponent. Thinking. Nothing's going on, really. Still waiting. Just waiting for them to click their precognition field multiple times as their timer runs down. Oh, there we go. Sentinel of the Pearl Trident. Great. We draw 2 more cards. Sweet. Let's Torgar. Sacrifice 0 creatures. Confirm 0 creatures. We're going to reduce their life total to 10. And they scoop it up. Torgar for the win. I mean, I'm not going to lie, my first time I played this, we won the first game right off the bat too, so I don't think it's necessarily a pattern. On to game 2. Nice artwork in the background there. I don't know if you had a chance to check out the internets today, but we start with a Josu Vess, a Call the Cavalry. Pretty nice. I wish we had the ability to kick him. Let's keep this. I could drop 2 Knights at Josu if I'm a strong 9-3, First strike until end of turn, draw a card. Adventurous Impulse. Oh yeah, Adventurous Impulse not too bad, I guess, if it's doing top 3 cards and not just a land, eh? Yeah, so they talk about War of the Spark, and War of the Spark's coming out in April, and it looks like it actually has Planeswalker in every pack. Now, the relative value of these, that was interesting. That was weird. Alright, so let's Josu Vess. We can't kick it because I don't have enough mana. I suppose if you, in Omniscience, if you build around getting that extra mana, kicking Josu Vess would be pretty sweet. It'd be like basically good for 4/5, 2/2. We're gonna go ahead and Demonic Vigor our Josu Vess, but we're likely gonna want to block something like Yargo with that. Yeah, so 36 different Planeswalkers. It'd be pretty sweet. This turn 1 4/4 flyer is going to cause us some issues. Alright, pass the turn to the opponent. I mean, we speculate some of those Planeswalkers are probably not going to be as powerful as we're used to seeing. It might be something like effectively enchantment creatures of some sort. Or maybe they just tick down, they don't have an ultimate. We don't really know. I mean, there's a lot of just guesswork out there. But I'll tell you right now, it's been one of the most popular threads I've seen on the Magic TCG subreddit. So as of this evening when I started FNM, we were already up above 900 plus posts in there, so that's pretty crazy, pretty active forum. I'm gonna tell you right now, my game is not looking great, but let's hover at Explorer, targeting ourselves. Since we have a Soul Salvage, hopefully we hit like 2 good creatures, like maybe a Torgar or something flying. And of course we didn't. What do we have? We have a Baird and a Drudge Sentinel. That's weak. Well, we're going to salvage them up anyway because we need to. That's Baird. Let's Drudge Sentinel. Let's attack with Josu Vess. I mean, Kazarov just got really big, but we'll attack with Josu. If it double blocks, we'll kill Yargle. No double block. Alright. The greatest power. So Yargle gets a counter. Opponent can try to bolt my Dredge Center again, but oh, he bolts Baird. Sure enough, get another counter. Resolve. Now he's an 8/8 flyer. What's opponent have in hand? He's gonna give something else flying. Like, I'm pretty sure he has the win, unless I have a way to, you know, deal with probably Kazarov himself. He's gonna put us at 6. I'll double block Armored Explorer and Baird if I get the chance. On attacks, okay. I'm back to attacking with Kazarov. Oh, did he use all of his mana? Maybe he did. He did. He lost the mana, so he can't attack because of Baird. Sweet. Well, why don't we just freeze your Kazarov? What do you think of that, sir? I mean, you still have a 4/8 defender. Sure. Baird takes 2 damage. Resolve. Okay. Next turn, he's going to gain a lot of life off of Flying Yargle, and we're not going to have anything we can do about it. But we'll go ahead and pass the turn. Yargle gets Flying, Vigilance, Lifelink for the turn. Dark Bargain, 3 cards, 2 in hand, 1 in the graveyard. He's going to soak 2 life himself. Oh, it's the graveyard Skizix, who had haste. Interesting. In favor of an opt. He's digging for the specific combat trick that's going to give him lethal, probably. Yeah, still going. All he basically needs is that 3/3 +3/+3. Run amok. 11, 12, 13. Sure, resolve. You have a way to push through one more? Opponent needs to buff Yargle once more, get him up to 14, and then he's got me. Or there we go. And we have no ability to block, so we're going to take that 1 for that 13. Opponent goes to 26. Now would be a great time to Torgar. He's going to lose Flying and Lifelink. Alright, so what do we want to add? +1/+1, 5, 6, 6, 7. Right now we want 3. Let's just go ahead and do Dredge Sentinel Flying. We'll pass the turn. He's only got 3 creatures on board, and we'll have the double block to take anything down, but this gives me the ability to double block Yargle. Oh, first strike. That's unfortunate. I suppose... yeah, that's really unfortunate. Alright, opponent. Let's get an attack on here. Gonna blink that back. Menace. Yeah, that's it. Good game. We got Pooch there. Alright, let's move on. Game 2. Hopefully this will be a better one. Waiting for a pairing. There we go. Oof. This is a weak start. It's really unfortunate. We'll keep it anyway. Thorn Elementals, I guess, is fine if it's not taken care of. The Call of the Cavalry, 2 blockers, chumping. If they don't hit something really big, like, oh, well, Verdant Forest, that'll do it. Let's go Thorn Elemental. Shall I? And we'll put 2 Cavalry out. I suppose at least then we can block the Sapperlings. Verdant Force would be awesome with Slime for this one. Play Voltaic Servant, yep. Self-mills, invoke the Divine Necrosis Druid, yep. Let's go ahead and kill this Voltaic Servant. My turn. Well, I don't have any hasty creatures, so let's go ahead and attack with Shall I? I'll Dark Bargain myself here. Put 2 cards in your hand. We'll go Halar, Flame of Keld, Spinning Knight. We'll play Halar. I'll Flame of Keld, discard my hand. Pass the opponent. So next turn I draw 3 cards. I think next turn's also the time to attack with Thorn Elemental. Maybe even this turn would have been the turn. Oh, it's got 1 card ahead though. And they scoop it up. Well, I mean, that's a way to win. That's 2 wins down. Claim that prize. We're up to 200 gems in 1 pack. Alright, moving on to game 4. Let's see. Okay, interesting. Let's keep it. The fact is that I can activate Slimefoot on turn 1. Call the Cavalry. We'll get 2 of those guys. We'll bear it. Slow down the attack. Slimefoot. Yeah, opponent Dark Bargains. They've been, what, a rat? Rat colony, yep. Alright, so we're going to Slimefoot again. As soon as we get the chance. Queen Grace, nice. So you're gonna gain 3 life. They're gonna self-mill 3. There goes another Dark Bargain, a Caligo, and Befuddle. Another Wind Grace, okay. They're gonna self-mill 3. Again. So we saw, oh, Yawgmoth's Vile Offering. Really interesting. Ruin and a Fire Elemental. Then they play a Marwyn. Yep. Whoops, resolves. Okay. Let's see. I think I can attack with all of these. The fact is, they trade favorably with any of them. If the Wind Grace blocks actually gain some life for me. And it's fine that it didn't deal them any damage. Now, 2 Windgrace Acolytes dealing 6 damage every turn is a pretty decent clock though, so I mean that's something to consider. He did! Sweet. Well, that gets rid of my 2 knights, unfortunately. And he can just rebuild this board. Pretty solid, man. Slim Voda is a bomb. So mill off 3 cards. So Self-Replicator, Dark Bargain, Vile Offering, gone, Wind Grace. He got rid of another Soul Salvage, so that's a good sign for me. So let's spare. Will Llanowar Envoy. Slim Foot again. Yep. Well, I probably just lost this game, so. Do I just die? 8, 11, 14, 17, 20, 22. We'll just scoop it up. So what, 2 and 2 now? 500 more gold. Alright, let's play one more. Opponent's name there is Luna. Luna Ajani. So we got a Soul Salvage in the opener. It's not the greatest, but we can kick a Gruen into a 10-10. He attacks. Alright. Actually, in the right hands, this is quite good. So we're going to Protect her. We're going to Gruen. Kick. It's going to Resolve. Alright. We're going to end turn. So in the unlikely event they only have 1 creature, I can attack in and hit for 10 this turn. Academy Graves. Guardians, yep. I think this is fine still. We're going to double attack. One of them's got to block Gaia's Protector. One of them possibly blocks Gruen. Even if there's combat tricks that kill you. I'll deal 10. Right on. We're going to Soul Salvage 1. Because, I mean, the value's not there, but the fact is, if they're not able to set up something to counter this. Okay, interesting. We're going to Soul Salvage 1. Get another counterspell? Nope. Okay, we're going to recast Gaia's Protector. So if he only gets, if he gets no creatures up, we just win. He's probably got a creature though. Let's see. He's thinking. I mean, it could be a she. They're thinking. Still thinking. We got the Scorpion over here. Get out of here, Scorpion. Stingy McStinger. Yeah, attacks for 4 in the air. He's got to have creatures then. Or he's just getting ready to scoop. Okay. Kicker, Academy Drake. Lava Runner. Alright, well you had creature. Yep. We'll go and attack with both. Alright, let's go final party. We're going to put one in our hand and one in the graveyard. We want to put in the graveyard. Whatever. We'll just get Thorn Elemental, Thorn Elemental. One in hand. It makes it pretty simple. Thorn Elemental. So if they don't take care of Thorn Elemental, we just basically deal 7 damage. So if they don't have the answer, they might just scoop it up here. We'll see. Yep. And that's the weirdness that is Omniscience. You have a nut draw kind of start like that. So 3 wins, 2 losses. Let's push to round 6. Alright, playing against Fobeezy. I got Thorn Elemental again. It's not bad to start. Invoke the Divine's not as good, but we'll keep this. Get McStingy off there. So playing Llanowar Envoy. Play Thorn Elemental. I like Thorn Elemental because there's only a couple things bigger than it, like Slin Voda or Kikchgrun. Divest. Sorry, bro. Got an invoke. Can reveal a historic card. Nope. Whiffed. Alright, opponent, what do you got? Yep, that's something. That's something that won me the game last. Well, I pretty much have to leave a blocker up. He should block with Thorn Elemental. But then, yes, I'm going to assign the 7 damage as if he wasn't blocked. Then we'll soul salvage it and bring it back. And recast it. It's not the most efficient. Actually, I should have saved it. No, because I want to be able to attack it. He decides to attack. We'll block Llanowar, boy. That enchantment removal right now would be great. Deep freeze or whatever. Slin Voda, yep. Like I said, only a couple things bigger. And that would be one of them. He's got some big stuff. Torgar. Target a player. We're at his life down to 10. We'll play a Thorn Elemental. Then he's gonna go back and regroon. Kicker. Yep. Big fatty. Yeah, I don't think we block. I don't think we block Feral Abomination. All I need is... that won't do it, but... I'll attack with Thorn Elemental. I mean, at least he's gonna kill my Thorn Elemental. Take him to 3, though. Yes. And then we'll play a Primordial Worm. Alright. Opponent draws 2 cards. That should give him the win, probably. Another Feral Abomination. Yeah, looks good for him. As he thinks, opponents. Well, we have to block. There's no choice. I'll block with Torgar. So 8, 18. So this will make me an 8-7 if it's not countered. That's funny. Counter it? Sure. That unfortunately leaves me unable to do that. That's it. That's a good game. And that's round 2 that we tried of Omniscience Draft in Dominaria. Pretty crazy format, pretty swingy, pretty wild. Thanks for liking, commenting, and subscribing. If there's anything else you'd like to see on the channel, please let me know. And as always, thanks for watching. Alright, so we flipped ourselves. Ooh, got a wild card there. On Sarah's Wings, our rare is Clifftop Retreat. I can always use a rare land.